Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. I just did like 15 minutes of a live stream and someone came on and said, I can't hear. And I looked and I was on mute. So, whoever that was, I appreciate it so much. If you're here watching with me live now, let me know, first of all, if you can hear me because it's my worst nightmare when this happens. And okay, I can hear the sound through Instagram. So, I think we're good now. Okay. So that was just a practice round, right? Here we go. So there are so many new people, beautiful new people that have been coming into my world. So if you are here and this is your first time catching me live, please say hello in the comments. I would love to say hello and connect with you. And if we know each other well and you're here watching, please leave me a comment and also let me know. It doesn't always show me who's watching. So I would love to know that you're here so I can say hello. And if you're watching the replay, leave a comment below. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was. Maybe share this with a friend. Would also love to know what you got out of this and that you were here. So, I feel like I've had a whole practice round now. I just got into the vibes, I got all the nerves off. And it's so funny because right before this, I was actually uh stressed for a second because I realized that I hadn't like set up a page properly and I was trying to do it madly and I was like, oh no, I'm starting 5 minutes late and now we're 15 minutes late with sound. So we're in full surrender now. But anyways, I am so excited to talk to you about this. I have been like a kid on Christmas with excitement to speak to you about this. There is something new coming, and I am like, it's so good. So, in the work that I do with energy and energetics and identity, there is such a huge impact that this has on relationships. And a huge piece of this is that so many of the things that we want in life are going to come through people. So many of the things that we want in life are going to come through people, the relationships, the clients, the connections, the experiences, the opportunities, the introductions. So much of it comes through people. And what I have found is that we are masters, masters of blocking this, of slowing down the progression, and of kind of unconsciously rejecting what we do not yet feel ready for. And this is something that can just be, when I talk about glass ceilings, this is one of the biggest ones. What we feel like we're ready for, what we feel like is available to us, and what we feel like is not. And without realizing it, whatever we feel like it's not time for, we send it away. We send it away and we keep it at bay. And our ability to kind of cultivate this and turn up this thermometer within ourselves as what we know is the kind of person, is the kind of client, is the kind of relationship that we are a match for, has such a powerful and transformational effect on our lives. And I would say, when it comes to my own experience, this is one of my unfair advantages. This is one of my unfair advantages. I have had so many incredible, incredible things come through relationships and come through people. I have been invited into rooms that you cannot pay to be in. I have been given things and had things shared with me that are out of this world. People barely believe it when I share the stories of some of the things that have been given. And so often people think that this is just a God given thing. And it's just, well, you're Michael, and that's how things happen for you. And you live in this ridiculous world where the normal rules don't apply to you. But this is something that I've had to cultivate so deeply. And I was recently reminded of this when I was in my accountability group. I'm doing this incredible energy healing training right now and really deepening my skills around that. And I have this beautiful accountability group, and they were all saying to me, "Oh, Michael, you and all your videos and everything, you're such a pro." And I appreciated the compliment, but I also said to them, "Guys, but I've had to work up to this to such a degree." And they said, "You just seem like such a natural." And it's true that a part of it is natural for me. A part of it I've been working on for such a long time because, I'm an ex-performer, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. But so much of it, I've actually had to cultivate this resource in what I can hold. And it was a beautiful moment in that moment to reflect on the journey to be here. And it was interesting because last week I had actually just done a live stream like this, and it had pushed it out on YouTube to a bunch of people that aren't my followers. I don't know why this happens, but sometimes YouTube pushes my live streams out to the masses and people that aren't connected to me and don't follow me. And people will come in and troll me really hard, like really hard. People will basically bully me in the comments on my live. And stuff like this used to get to me so much. But when this was happening last week, I was just like, "Hey, I've got this. I'm just going to turn this little notch off." And it was an incredible sales that came from that live stream. Like, amazing. I stayed in my vibes, I stayed in my energy. I talked about what I came to talk about, and I got off, and it was like sale, 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 sale. So many beautiful people jumping into containers, jumping into my world. And this really is a resource that that I really had to cultivate within myself. And we all have this available to us. We all have it available that we can kind of calibrate, and we can become that version that's a match for the people that we really want to work with, that are going to help bring these opportunities into our lives. And we really have to get out of our own way, because there are so many things that come up that stop us from doing this. And I'm going to tell you this, it's actually easy to get in the room and make those to keep them, because there are some around feeling like, oh, like maybe we're not good enough. Maybe there's a problem. If you've ever had that, have you ever connected with someone that's kind of feels next level to you? And then maybe you text them or you send them a message, you ask for something, and they don't message you back right away, or they don't, there's like, you have to hold this uncertainty, and you start going inwards and you go, "Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I did the wrong thing. Maybe I said the wrong thing." There are all of these pieces that come up that just mess us up, and they mess up our vibe, and they take us out of being in that peer-to-peer energetic match with that person, and into this place of being in a misalignment. And that misalignment is so felt, and that will often take us out of that relationship, out of that opportunity, out of the possibilities that are available to us here. And I'm just going to check who's here. Eileen says there's one, or Eileen says, "You're such a natural. I'm so sorry to hear that." And the YouTube trolls are here right now with the comments. So what I'm talking about is literally happening in this very moment. So I've been working on the performance energy, and not the like put on a mask performance energy, but the like projecting your energy for such a long time. And as I was thinking about this container that's coming up and the context for this live, I was brought back to when I was probably 18 years old. And I met this guy named Grover Dale, who coached dancers, but he didn't coach you on your dance, he coached you on your presence. And I remember him teaching us how to, and I didn't really understand at the time because I was 18 years old, but how to walk in and have your energy enter the room before you enter the room. That's what he taught us. You want to book auditions, your energy has to enter the room before you do. And this is something that I've worked on so much in my life. And there's been seasons where I've had it and I've been in the zone. And there's been seasons where I've lost it and it's kind of fallen away. But this is such a powerful skill that we get to that we get to work on and that we all get to embody, and we all have a unique blueprint, an authentic way that it comes through us. And so if you look at me and you're like, I could never be like that, you're probably right. It's probably a totally different way. I remember this one client had an experience with me where she was in a container that was all about personal power, and she came to this realization at the end, which is that she had this quiet power. And I watched her go from thinking that she didn't have it because she wasn't this loud in your face energy, to owning that quiet power in such a way that even I was like, ooh, I'm curious. Like, what are you going to do next? What are you going to put out there? So the belief that we have to be like anyone else is a limiting belief. But through cultivating this resource and this mastery of presence and energy, so many doors have opened for me. And one of the biggest ones that people will be familiar with is when I graduated from my RTT training and I was really recognized in the hypnotherapy world. It opened all of these doors. You know, I connected with Marissa Peer. I got many speaking and teaching opportunities as a byproduct of that. And that kind of rolling success has continued in many different ways. And I want to tell you that in it not being as easy as it looks, in it not being as just natural and effortless as everybody thinks, but being something that I really had to cultivate, I've really had to cultivate this ability to hold this at new levels, because there's one room that I can walk into that feels like, oh, it's easy. Of course, I can be magnetic Michael in there, but there's another room that feels impossible, that feels unapproachable, that feels like I don't know, like can I show up there before someone invites me? I'm not sure. But the truth is, I've had so many people that have come into my life through these relationships, and so many of them knew who I was before our relationship started. And I don't have a huge social media following. I still don't have a huge social media following. That's not really what my brand is about. And it doesn't matter. It does not matter, because when I walk into a room, whether it's online or in person, there's an energy of, this is someone who's someone, and this is someone I need to know. And I have watched this happen so many times in experiences. I'll tell friends sometimes, I'm like, I have celebrity energy. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, just there's this thing that happens. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then we'll go to an event and they'll watch it happen. They'll be like, this like Michael fan club will form. But it's all about the mastery of this energy. And there are specific people that have come into my life that have helped me calibrate this to the next level, to the next level, and to the next level, and have really let me go, helped me let go of limiting beliefs, of shame, of the feelings that I can't be in that room or that I don't deserve to be there, and have really helped me calibrate to clients that are so incredible. And I mean, many of them are so incredible that I can't share because, you know, it's confidential in our agreements. But people that even a year or 2 years ago were just completely beyond the realm of what I would have thought possible. And so I am so excited to share that I have partnered with one of the very people that has helped me expand this and cultivate this resource within myself in my own life. We have partnered to put on a very, very special 2-day event that is about a couple of things, but I'm only going to reveal one today, which is what I'm talking about. But it's going to be an incredible immersive experience where we get to really dive in and cultivate this resource within yourself that's going to help you with your magnetism, that's going to help you create relationships, that's going to help you be seen, not in the ways of, you know, trying to go viral or all these things, but really to be in this ownership of who you are and your energy and your star power and your star quality. And I'm so excited about this, you guys. I'm like literally having to like, don't say too much. And so this offer it's called the Invisible Event right now, and we're running it as an invisible offer. And so if you're not familiar with how an invisible offer works, it is it's revealed over time. So when we reveal this finally and it's fully launched, it's going to be $1,100. But right now with the Invisible Event, it is only $110. So the way this works is we release it with minimal details. I'm not going to tell you who the other person is. I'm not going to tell you much else about it. I'll tell you the dates if I can remember them, but it's the weekend at the end of the month. There is a link available that has those details, but with minimal details. And then as we continue to release details, the price goes up and the price will increase rapidly. And this is not about pressure. It's not about, oh, I have to get in now, or like there's this pressure. It's not about that at all. If it feels that, don't buy it. If it feels like that, don't buy it. This is about playing with the energy, playing with self-trust, playing with curiosity, playing with the magnetism, going, ooh, I feel drawn to this and I'm in. I have not told anyone anything about this. I mentioned that it was coming in one of my containers and I sent a teaser email out to my list today and 2 people already were like, I'm in. I don't care what it is. Just send me the link. And I was like, this is great. This is the best thing ever. That's the vibe. Okay. You want to be so in that you're so in. So these are all the details that we have right now. It is 2 3-hour days on Saturday and Sunday. Here, I'll look at the dates right now. Oh, there's some questions here. So I'm going to comment on this in a second. Just give me a second. It's the 28th and 29th of September from noon until 3 p.m. Monica says, any 2-4 projector tips? Yes. I'm a 2-4 projector, if you didn't know. And I would say that it's gotta be so fun. So the 4 is all about the network. So it's about connections. And like we want to take the word networking out because when we I'll tell you this story. When I was at my RTT live training, Marissa Peer's husband, John Davey, did a marketing and like visibility kind of training with us. And I remember there were probably 72, 82 people in my training. And he said, who here enjoys networking? And I put my freaking hand up so high. And he said, I'm not even going to come to you because you're way too excited. And I was the only person in the room that put my hand up. And I didn't realize this until much later. So I was like, why is that? Why was I the only person that felt that way about networking? But I realized that it's the way that people think about networking. People think about networking like this thing. I've got to go to this event. It's got to be really heavy. I've got to have my business card. I've got to pitch people. But I've never thought about it like that. I've always thought about it as just making friends, with everyone. And so that's the 4 line, is creating these. Hi, Kristen Stewart. I had a little cameo on your live today, and now you have a little cameo on mine. Sorry, I totally just lost my train of thought. So that's the 4 line, is you want to think about it like making friends. You want to be in the vibe. It's like the person who is like has the guy and connects people. And it's not just about you. It's also about connecting people. I love connecting people. I just had 2 friends. One is this incredible mentor around like wealth, business, and money mindset. And one is really incredible about like creative branding and high level visibility. And I was just like, you guys need to meet each other. And I said, connected them. That's the 4 line. And then the 2 is all about gifts. And so this can apply to everyone, but really for the 2 line is you've got to see yourself. Other people won't see, and this is actually perfect because this leads into this conversation I'm talking about today. Other people won't easily see what you don't see in yourself. And they most certainly won't pay you for what you don't see and can't hold in yourself. You have to see it in you first. The same thing exactly with what I'm talking about today in the context of this visibility and this like energetic architecture that I've cultivated within myself with the magnetism and the presence. I have to decide first. And someone came on my live stream today and said, I'll tell you what someone said. Someone came on here and said, what the fuck? What are you doing? There's one person watching you. Now they're from YouTube. But that's the thing, is that I come on and decide I'm a star. People want to watch me. I'm here. I have something to say. I'm so excited. My people are excited. Well, no one's watching. And now there's, I don't know, a couple dozen people watching across different platforms. So I'm thrilled. And I decided first, we decide first who we are and our value and all the things. So I hope that that is helpful, Monica. I'm going to come to some questions. It's my biggest fear going online, the fear of being bullied. You're amazing. Oh, I know. I feel you. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to talk about this so much at the event. Marita, it's 12 to 3 p.m. PST. So 3 to 6 p.m. EST. I was like that too. And you know what? I used to, when someone would make a mean comment or someone would, I don't want to say bully because I feel like that makes me feel like they have the power over me. But when people would used to leave mean comments, sometimes they weren't even mean. Sometimes they were just people disagreeing with me. When that used to happen, I used to shut down and I sometimes would stop posting and stop showing up fully for like 3 months. So when I say I've had to work on this and really cultivate it to the point where someone can be here trolling me right now and I can read the trolling comments and use it as a teachable moment and not have it affect me energetically. When I say I have had to work on that, I mean that I have had to freaking work on that. So Stephanie's here. Stephanie, so good to see you. Carrie McKelvey, oh my goodness, I haven't seen you for so long. We are due for catch up. I'm sending you so much love. So Monica says, yay. Thank you very also love connecting. Yeah. And I think this is the thing too, is like you get to let go of all the ideas of what business has to look like. And like 2-4 is like being an exaggerated projector, right? So it's like you're a projector. It's like projector extreme. So anything that you feel like you're forcing yourself or you're like, I have to do this thing in my business that I don't want to do, it's probably not going to be the right strategy for you. You're really going to want to be in this state of flow with all of the things. That doesn't mean there's not places that we can learn to love the things, but we really, really get to flow. So I'm trying to think right now what else I can tell you about the event. I'm being so particular about not sharing too many details. So it is myself and one other mentor, and we're coming together to create this 2-day experience that's all around a couple of things. But the first is this visibility piece and being seen and cultivating this resource within yourself to know what you're a match for, to turn the dial from, ooh, I'm not quite there yet, to I am there. I belong in the room. I own my power. I am the star, not the star in a way that it takes away from anybody else, but I am the star. I let my light shine so beautifully. There's going to be other related topics as well. And it will have it will be multidimensional. I don't want to say anything else because over the whole month there's going to be so many pieces that we're going to launch and that we're going to share. I feel like what's his name? What's the Marvel cast member that's always getting into Tom Holland. I feel like Tom Holland right now. I'm like, don't say the wrong thing. Don't say too much. Don't flow it, because that would totally be me. So again, the event will be it's online. So thank you for asking that question. It's an online event, so you can be anywhere that you are joining us. If you are interested, you can DM me and I will send you the link, or after this live stream, the link will also appear in my bio, and it will be called the Invisible Event until we announce more details and more branding. And again, the final price will be $1,100 and it's starting at $110. And as we release more details, the price will go up. And again, this is meant to be fun. This is meant to be about that. I'm in fun, playing with the yes, and not any kind of like pressure or feeling left out. And if you want to wait for more details, you are perfectly welcome to do so. I will, of course, be announcing who the other mentor is and be going into more detail about the event. But right now, it's just in this energy of teaser. It's like a trailer. We're playing with the magnetism, playing with the energy, and it gets to be so fun. And I'm really excited as well because I have been working so much on creating, like my world now consists of my membership and Lux, my mastermind, and those two things are so freaking solid. And so I actually haven't put on an event outside of those for a while. So I'm really excited. And I don't know, you guys probably feel this too, but I always find that the summer energy is kind of like ethereal and we're all at ideas and creativity and fun and the beach. And then something happens in the fall. I think part of it is Virgo season. And then it's like the energy comes in. Now it's like focus, getting back to it. And so I'm really, really excited to, in this energy and in this frequency, bring you this extraordinary event. And the other mentor too is amazing. Like I said, they have helped me so much in my journey, and in particular, really calibrate to that like authentic magnetism that I have, and just really own it in this like beautiful, loving, but also unapologetic way, and go, no, I don't shut my power down for, the people that are trolling me on YouTube or the people that don't disagree with me, because I know who I am and that power comes from me. And I am telling you, when we make these shifts in our energy, it is incredible what happens. I felt it. It was like a signal that went out throughout the ethers, and there were people all over the world that just came into my sphere. Every time I've made a huge leap energetically, there's people that have come into my sphere. And it's so funny because there'll be, there was someone in South Africa that I was aware of, and that I had, I would like almost like that looked up to and was like, oh, I want to be like you one day. And then I up leveled energetically, and she was in my DMs and she was like, hey, you're cool, we should connect. And I was like, we should connect. Called that in. And so things that don't seem possible can just happen. I was working with a client recently on this, actually, and he has this vision to create this incredible company, and it is going to demand a huge amount of upfront investment. And he was talking about it like it was this really far away thing, and we've been working on the energetics of this and really bringing it into the now and bringing that version of himself into the now. And he recently just completely randomly met this billionaire, and was, they hit it off and they kind of created this relationship. And this is someone that could be potentially interested in investing in his company. And I know with absolute certainty that 3 months ago, before we worked together, he was not a match for that person. He was not a net match for that relationship. He was not a match for that situation. So that's what I'm talking about when I talk about this energetic architecture. This frequency of who we are gives us the ability to match and call things in. And very often what we perceive as being really far away is actually available to us right now, when we learn how to unblock and release everything that's standing in the way, and really and truly tune into this power and this next level frequency of who we are. So Gloria Loves Beauty says, where's the event? Excited to be here. I'm so excited to have you here. And what am I streaming on? If you mean what am I streaming on now, I'm streaming on Restream.io. So good. So that is the invisible event. Oh, there's more comments here. Kimberly Moran, hello. Eileen says, link please. I will send that to you right after. I'm so excited to have you. For sure, on fall focus. Yeah, we all feel it. Collapsing time. Yes, you guys got it. All right, the invisible event is coming the end of this month. It's incredible. If you want to jump in today, it's $110. The price will go up quickly and without warning as more details release. This is going to be amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. You guys mean the world to me. I'm so happy for all of you that shared your time, your beautiful energy, your spirit with me. Thank you for coming on and not leaving me alone with the one troll on YouTube. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here today. My name is Michael Edwards. I am sending you so much love, and bye for now.